Steve Jerry Maguire for doctors. It's Ethan Incana.
This is exactly the process I follow. Physicians absolutely can do this on your own. It's just a matter of like how much time, energy, and risk tolerance you have in terms of the stress that goes into it. So first, make sure you get a couple of offers. 2 to 3 is a sweet spot, 2 at a minimum. Make sure you get the data. So MGMA, Medical Group Management Association, is kind of like the gold standard. That's what I used when I was a hospital exec. I still use it now. But I also now lean on other free resources in addition to that. So for you guys, Doximity, Merritt Hawkins, Medscape, there's also one called Physicians Thrive. Those are all free. Physicians Thrive does a really good job of also building in regionality. So if you're going to be a physician on the West Coast, Midwest, whatever, it helps give you some context to that as well. So definitely check those out. Now, you can't use those to negotiate. Even if you have the exact same data your in practice has, they're going to say, oh, well, we adhere to the 50th percentile MGMA, blah, blah, blah. They're just going to say stuff that kind of goes over your head a little bit. So it's used more for directional. Is what I'm asking for in the ballpark of what other dermatologists in this care setting in this region of the country are getting? So far too often I've seen physicians who say, Ethan, it's not really worth it to invest working with you, so I'm just going to go get the data, pop it on their desk, and that should do the trick. Inevitably, they have to spend money twice because now it's like they don't appreciate that doesn't work because, again, there's no leverage. It's just a data point. That's not actual risk to my pocket as a hospital executive. Short and nimble contracts, so 2 to 3 years max. I've seen some physicians with contracts as long as 5 years. That is tragic. It's tragic for 2 reasons. It's tragic for the philosophical reason of the fact that you have no idea where you're going to be in 5 years. You have no idea what life is going to look like in 5 years. Even if you think you do, I thought I did, you don't. So a 5-year contract is going to lock you up for far longer than you have any ability to control or influence. Secondarily, in most contracts, if you end the contract early, even if it's for a completely legitimate reason, there's some penalty. You got to pay something back. So far too often, I see physicians not pay attention to what are the clawback, what are the payback, what are the penalties that go along with any bonuses or incentives that I'm getting, because that can come back and bite you in the butt if you're trying to leave and move on to another opportunity, which the overwhelming majority of physicians do, and you probably will. It's extremely rare for physicians to spend 30 years in a practice anymore. That just, it happens, but it's exceedingly rare. Make sure you get paid fairly. Again, I know that all of you will likely agree that you didn't get into it for the money, but I did. I got into it for physicians to get paid fairly, so make sure that you advocate for your value as a physician, because trust me, the practice and the hospital are doing that for their interest. And then lastly, when you are advocating for your interest, don't talk about your personal situation, talk about the market, right? Let's talk about evidence, data, other offers, other employers. Don't talk about, well, I got child support, or I got alimony, or my car note for my Ferrari is too expensive. That's just going to fall on deaf ears.